What if I told you that your tongue is your daily fresh live report of your health? No appointment needed, no waiting rooms, and best of all, no test. In traditional Chinese medicine, your tongue is like a map, and every crack, coating, and color tells a story. Healing is like tending a garden, and in every video, we water the roots. Hi everyone, I'm Amy, a traditional Chinese medicine doctor, and today's wisdom comes from the heart of traditional Chinese medicine. Let's take a walk through this internal map. Your tongue is not just a muscle for eating or speaking. It is a window into your internal terrain. It reflects the conditions of your organs, your qi, and even the level of internal heat or dampness. So let's dive in. Your tongue is your body's map. Imagine it as a landscape painting of your inner world. The tip of your tongue is your heart and the center of your tongue is in your stomach, the side of your tongue is in your gallbladder, and lastly, the back of your tongue is and bladder. It is like looking at an entire picture of your senses, just with a mirror and a little bit of knowledge. So what are the things that we look for when we look at a tongue? The first one is the color. So think of it as the background mood of your body. If it is a pale tongue, it's like a wilted leaf. It often points to qi or blood deficiency. You generally feel cold, tired, or dizzy. A red tongue is like a sunburned field. This often means internal heat or inflammation. And a purple tongue is like a bruised sky before a storm. This may indicate blood stagnation, especially if there's pain. Now let's have a look at our weather reporting system, which is the coating of your tongue. If there is a thin white coating, then that's normal. It is like a mist over the landscape. However, if it's thick and greasy, like a fog setting into the valley, this suggests phlegm or dampness. It is often tied to digestive issues or heaviness. A yellow coating, however, is pointing to a heat wave, and this indicates damp heat or internal inflammation. After the color, the coating, it's so important to look at the tongue shape because your terrain tells it all. So a swollen tongue with teeth marks is like a soggy sponge in a tight drawer. This indicates spleen deficiency and damp retention. But if you have like a thin tongue, like a dried out stem, this suggests blood or yin deficiency. And now what about a cracked tongue? You should think of it like cracks in a dry soil. So this is often linked to long-term internal heat or deficiency. Last but not least, how you move is also a very big clue. It tells us how your qi is moving. So a trembling tongue is like leaves shaking in the wind. And this can be qi and blood deficiency or internal wind. A stiff tongue, like a frozen river, may suggest heat, wind stroke, or obstruction of meridians, which are your pathways of energy. So what are some common tongue patterns that I see, and what do they mean? Let's have a look at pattern number 1. A pale tongue with thin white coating. This is often diagnosed as qi and blood deficiency. It often comes with symptoms of pale face, dizziness, cold limbs, and fatigue. The next tongue pattern would be a red tongue with yellow greasy coating. And this tells me a lot about your digestive issues. And this diagnosis is damp heat in the liver or stomach, so your digestion. The symptoms that often accompanies this kind of tongue is a bitter taste in your mouth, especially in the morning, bloating, irritability, acne, and then obviously some digestive issues, constipation or diarrhea. Next up, a purple tongue with spots. This is often diagnosed as blood stagnation. So what are the symptoms accompanying this kind of tongue? You'll feel pain, PMS, and clotting during menstruation. And this tongue, there's definitely blockage somewhere in your body. And lastly, a swollen tongue with teeth marks. This is spleen qi deficiency with damp. So symptoms that definitely accompany this is brain fog, bloating, and a sense of heaviness. So my lovelies, the next time you brush your teeth, take a moment to check in with your body's most honest storyteller or reporter. Your tongue doesn't lie. It shows you the truth, whether you're ready or not. If this video helped you understand your body better, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel so that I can share with you ancient wisdom that can be applied to our hectic modern life. I want you all to understand your body better and to know what you can do to change your current status. We can all make improvements, whether big or small. Thank you so much for your time, and I wish you all good health. Good health is the ultimate fortune and the only investment with endless return. And when do we start investing? Right now.